I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Each one of us faces moments that test our resolve, times when our very foundations seem to shake. For some, it's a sudden job loss, a failed business, or even a personal loss that feels like the ground has been pulled out from under them. These aren't just setbacks. They're the moments that define us. This is what the Stoics have always taught. Not that we should seek out adversity, but that when it finds us, it's an opportunity to grow, to test our virtues, and to emerge stronger than before. Today, we'll explore how embracing Stoic principles of perseverance and inner strength can transform our challenges into the building blocks of a resilient character. If you're watching this, you might be skeptical. You might think, how can hardship be good for me? But stay with me as we delve into stories and insights that may just change your perspective on adversity. So if you're looking to deepen your understanding of Stoicism, or are simply curious about how philosophical insights can be practically applied to everyday challenges, make sure to subscribe and share this video with others on their own paths of personal growth. This discussion is for those ready to look adversity in the eye and find their true strength. Don't forget to watch until the end to capture the full essence of what it means to live a stoically empowered life. Let's get started. The illusion of comfort. Comfort is a seductive trap that many of us fall into. It's natural to seek out comfort, to try to shield ourselves from the sharp edges of life's difficulties. But here's something the Stoics knew well, and that we often forget. Comfort can be deceptive. It promises safety and ease, but can lead to stagnation and vulnerability. We are taught to avoid discomfort, to sidestep adversity. But in doing so, are we truly living a life that prepares us for the real challenges we inevitably face? Think about it. When everything is smooth and comfortable, it's easy to feel like we're doing everything right. It feels good when there's no resistance, when every day is a predictable sequence of familiar routines. But what happens when the unexpected strikes? When we're thrown into chaos, suddenly those comforts can become our greatest weaknesses. The comforts that once cradled us now leave us unprepared and exposed. Stoicism, a philosophy deeply rooted in pragmatic realism, teaches us to embrace not just the calm, but also the storm. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius advised us to harden ourselves against the perils of too much comfort. They warned that an unchallenged life is a breeding ground for weakness. Seneca even suggested that we occasionally live as if we are poor, to harden ourselves against the blows of fortune. This is not about seeking suffering for its own sake, but about preparing ourselves for inevitable hardships. The truth is, growth and comfort don't coexist easily. Think about the times in your life when you've truly grown. Wasn't there often a challenge, a discomfort you had to overcome? Growth happens when we step beyond what's comfortable, when we push the boundaries and explore new territories, whether they are physical, emotional, or intellectual. When we stay within the confines of comfort, we limit the scope of what we can achieve. For instance, consider an athlete training for a competition. If they only do workouts that feel comfortable, they stagnate and their performance suffers. It's the workouts that push them to the edge, that stretch their capabilities and hurt the most, that also make them stronger and more competitive. The same principle applies to our mental and emotional lives. When we avoid difficult conversations, when we shy away from challenging projects at work, or when we stick only to hobbies we're already skilled at, we deny ourselves the chance to grow. In our everyday lives, comfort might mean always taking the easy route, avoiding confrontation, or never questioning our deeply held beliefs. But as the Stoics would argue, it's only by questioning, by facing confrontation, and by accepting discomfort that we can truly know ourselves and improve. Comfort makes us complacent, but challenges make us strong. Embracing discomfort, therefore, is not about discarding security or seeking pain. It's about recognizing that in the fabric of life, threads of hardship are intertwined with threads of joy and success. We can't have one without the other. It's about understanding that comfort is temporary and fleeting, and that true security comes from being able to rely on our own inner strength, our resilience. Stoicism teaches us to be proactive about discomfort. Rather than waiting for life to throw challenges at us, we can seek them out in controlled, manageable ways. This might mean taking on a new project at work, learning a new skill, or even changing our routine to challenge our adaptability. Each step out of our comfort zone is a step toward building a more resilient, more capable self. Perseverance is often celebrated as a key ingredient to success, but its role is even more profound when viewed through the lens of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy teaches us that perseverance isn't merely about achieving goals. It's about transforming our approach to life, cultivating resilience, and fundamentally understanding our capabilities. Let's break down what perseverance really means in the Stoic context. In Stoicism, perseverance is not simply persistence or the ability to stick to a plan. It's an active, deliberate choice to stay the course despite obstacles, setbacks, or delays. It's about commitment to your path, even when the end seems nowhere in sight. This steadfastness, which the Stoics admired, reflects a deep alignment with one's principles and values. Imagine a tree withstanding the harshness of changing seasons. It doesn't merely survive, it adapts and continues to grow, enduring the cold bite of winter and the scorching heat of summer. Similarly, Stoicism teaches us that we too can flourish, regardless of external conditions, if we cultivate inner resilience. This resilience stems from perseverance, from a commitment to continue growing, learning, and evolving, no matter what life throws our way. Why is this so important? Life is unpredictable. We encounter hardships that seem insurmountable, face losses that feel unbearable, and meet challenges that push us to our limits. In these moments, perseverance becomes more than a trait, it becomes our anchor. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus suggested that we should not just passively endure life's challenges, but actively engage with them, using them as opportunities to practice virtue and strengthen our character. This is the essence of Stoic perseverance, an exercise in character building. How do we build this perseverance? By facing our fears and stepping out of our comfort zones. When we shy away from challenges, we stagnate. But when we confront them, even if we feel unprepared or afraid, we forge mental and emotional strength. Like a blacksmith tempering steel, each time we choose to move forward despite the urge to give up, we reinforce a pattern of behavior that builds self-efficacy and resilience. Moreover, Stoic perseverance is not blind or stubborn. It's rational. It involves knowing when to push forward and when to adapt our strategies, always aligning our actions with deeper values and long-term goals. In practical terms, persevering might mean continuing to work on a project that has lost its initial spark, staying committed to a relationship through difficult times, or pursuing personal growth despite setbacks. Each act of perseverance, no matter how small, is a step towards mastering ourselves, the ultimate goal in Stoicism. Perseverance also means recognizing that failure is often part of the process. Stoics believe that each failure teaches us something vital about ourselves and our paths. Instead of viewing setbacks as dead ends, we can see them as necessary parts of our journey. This perspective helps us maintain our course even when the terrain becomes rough. Let's not forget that perseverance nourishes hope. It keeps the flame of our aspirations alive, fueling us to keep reaching for our goals despite difficulties. Stoicism doesn't preach blind optimism, but a grounded, realistic hope that stems from our capacity to endure and nurture inner strength as a choice. When we talk about inner strength, it's easy to imagine it as a rare quality bestowed upon a chosen few. However, Stoicism teaches us that inner strength isn't something you're born with. It's a choice you make every day. This concept is both empowering and challenging because it places the responsibility for our resilience and fortitude squarely on our shoulders. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in self-mastery, encourages us to view inner strength as the result of our deliberate choices rather than our circumstances. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius believed that our reactions to external events are more important than the events themselves. He famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This indicates that inner strength is not passive endurance, but an active, conscious decision to control our reactions and emotions. Choosing inner strength involves recognizing that, while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This choice is not a one-time act. It's a series of decisions made moment by moment. In practice, this might look like choosing not to respond in anger when provoked, opting to face a fear rather than avoid it, or deciding to remain hopeful even when circumstances seem bleak. The Stoic practice of daily reflection is a tool that reinforces the choice for inner strength by helping us examine our actions, reactions, and emotions at the end of each day. This reflective practice allows us to be mindful of our struggles, to understand their nature, and to evaluate our responses to them. By engaging in this practice, we can discern when we need to adapt, adjust, or renew our commitment to our chosen path, making perseverance a deliberate part of our journey. Ultimately, Stoic perseverance is about much more than achieving goals. It's about embracing life's challenges as opportunities for growth and choosing, day by day, to live in alignment with our values. The Stoics believed that hardship is a training ground for virtue. Each challenge presents an opportunity to practice patience, humility, courage, and other virtues that build inner strength. Just as a muscle grows stronger through the stress of exercise, our character grows stronger through life's challenges. Embracing discomfort is a choice, one that can turn potential breakdowns into breakthroughs. Inner strength also requires a commitment to personal integrity and ethical living. Stoicism teaches that our character is our most valuable possession, and maintaining it in the face of external pressures is a testament to our inner strength. This might mean standing up for what is right, even when it's unpopular or comes at a personal cost. It involves living according to one's principles consistently, not just when it's convenient. Choosing inner strength is also a choice for personal freedom. When we cultivate resilience and self-mastery, we free ourselves from reacting impulsively to life's unpredictable events or the actions of others. This freedom is not based on external conditions, but is an internal state of being that remains stable and serene regardless of circumstances. Challenges as catalysts for growth. In our lives, challenges often appear as unwelcome disruptions, obstacles that seem to impede our progress and cause stress. However, from a Stoic perspective, these challenges are not mere hindrances. They are invaluable opportunities for personal growth and character development. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca teach that what we perceive as adversities can be catalysts for profound personal transformation. Consider the last time you faced a real challenge, perhaps a professional setback, a personal conflict, or even a failure. In the moment, it likely felt overwhelming or even devastating. Yet, upon reflection, you can probably identify ways in which that experience helped you grow, maybe by fostering resilience, teaching a valuable lesson, or reshaping your perspective. Stoicism views challenges as a form of exercise for the mind and soul. Just as physical exercise stresses the body in beneficial ways, strengthening muscles and improving cardiovascular health, mental and emotional challenges strengthen our psychological resilience and moral virtues. When faced with difficulties, we are called upon to demonstrate patience, courage, perseverance, and adaptability. Each challenge allows us to develop these virtues, expanding our capacity to handle future hardships. In Stoicism, there is a concept known as the obstacle is the way. This suggests that the very obstacles we seek to avoid are paths to growth. Each obstacle provides a unique opportunity for improvement that would not exist without it. For example, without the challenge of resistance, a weightlifter cannot build strength. Similarly, without life's challenges, we cannot build inner strength. Challenges push us out of our comfort zones, prompting us to innovate and seek new solutions. They force us to look at problems from different angles and to question our assumptions. This not only promotes personal growth, but also fosters creativity and problem solving. In the workplace, challenges often lead to better business solutions. In personal relationships, they can lead to deeper connections and understanding. Another Stoic practice, the premeditation of evils, involves visualizing potential challenges and hardships. This exercise isn't about pessimism. Rather, it prepares us mentally and emotionally for difficulties, reducing the shock and discomfort when they do occur. By contemplating potential challenges in advance, we can approach them more rationally and calmly when they arise. This preparedness itself is a form of growth, enhancing our ability to remain composed and focused under pressure. Challenges also remind us of our shared human experience, fostering empathy and compassion. When we navigate tough times, we become more attuned to the struggles of others, which can deepen our connections and enhance our ability to support others in their times of need. This isn't only beneficial for personal relationships, but also enriches our interactions within our communities and our contributions to society. In the grand scheme, the challenges we face are not merely obstacles. They are the sharpening stones that refine our character. Each difficulty we overcome doesn't just pass. It leaves us fundamentally changed, often in ways that better equip us for future endeavors. This is the essence of growth, not simply an increase in capability, but an enhancement of our deepest self. Embracing the Stoic mindset. Embracing the Stoic mindset goes beyond simply enduring life's hardships. It's about actively transforming our perceptions and reactions to these challenges. Stoicism is not just a philosophy for surviving adversity. It's a guide for thriving in the face of it, teaching us to use life's inevitable trials as opportunities for growth and self-mastery. Stoicism, a philosophy dating back to ancient Greece and Rome, teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. This mindset provides a powerful framework for living a life of contentment, resilience, and purpose. Embracing the Stoic mindset involves a series of practical steps that can fundamentally change how we engage with the world. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that our thoughts and reactions are within our control. External events, no matter how challenging or painful, can be approached with a calm and rational mindset, which minimizes their impact on our happiness and well-being. The first step in adopting this mindset is to distinguish between our impressions of events and the events themselves. For example, losing a job might initially seem disastrous. However, if we examine this impression, we might realize it's colored by fears about financial insecurity or doubts about our professional worth. Stoicism teaches us to challenge these automatic interpretations and instead respond constructively. Perhaps this unexpected change is an opportunity to pursue a career more aligned with our passions or to develop new skills. Moreover, the Stoic mindset encourages us to see every difficulty as an exercise in character development. The Stoics believed that, just as fire tests gold, adversity tests and refines the human spirit. By enduring hardships with grace and resilience, we not only survive these challenges, but grow stronger and more virtuous. This is not passive suffering, but an active, deliberate embrace of life's complexities as catalysts for personal evolution. Another essential aspect of the Stoic mindset is mindfulness and self-reflection. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively in journals, a practice that helped them reflect on their daily experiences and align their actions with their values. By taking time each day to contemplate our behaviors, decisions and reactions, we cultivate a deeper self-awareness and gradually align more closely with Stoic principles such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Living with a Stoic mindset also involves practicing gratitude and focusing on the present moment. In the whirlwind of daily life, it's easy to dwell on what we lack or what might go wrong in the future. However, by shifting our focus to what we currently have and finding joy in the present, we can counteract feelings of dissatisfaction and anxiety. This doesn't mean ignoring the future or past, but rather recognizing that the only moment we truly control is the present. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches the value of community and our roles within it. While Stoics advocate for personal resilience and independence, they also emphasize the interconnectedness of all people. We are encouraged to act in ways that benefit not only ourselves, but also the greater good. This aspect of Stoicism is particularly fulfilling, as it ties individual well-being to the welfare of others, expanding our concern and actions beyond our personal needs. Finally, embracing the Stoic mindset means accepting that change and loss are natural parts of life. Rather than fearing these inevitable aspects, Stoics find peace by accepting them as natural and unavoidable. This acceptance frees us from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable and helps us live more fully within the flow of life. Adopting a Stoic mindset isn't just about dealing with hardships. It's about redefining our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. It's about cultivating an inner peace that remains stable no matter how much external circumstances may fluctuate. By embracing Stoicism, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to a more rational and compassionate world. As we conclude today's discussion, remember that the Stoic journey is not just about facing life's storms, but about learning to dance in the rain. Thank you for joining us on this path of wisdom and resilience. If you're eager to explore more about how Stoicism can transform your life, please check out one of the suggested videos on your screen. Thank you for being part of the Way of Marcus. Stay strong, stay wise, and continue to cultivate your inner strength each day.